Sheikh Hamdan is shocked by you. I never thought anyone could disturb the silence inside my chest the way you do. You slip into my mind like a storm I didn't see coming, and suddenly every controlled breath, every disciplined thought, every wall I built over the years feels useless against you. You don't even stand in front of me right now, yet your presence presses against my ribs like you own the space inside me. And the worst part, you don't even try. You just exist and everything inside me shifts. You know what shocks me the most? The power you have over a man who has power over everything. I command nations, I silence rooms with one look, I bend the world to my will, but I can't bend you. You walk into my thoughts and leave marks I can't erase. You speak and I feel it like a blade sliding under the skin. You breathe and I feel my control slipping. How is it that you turn me into something human, vulnerable? It infuriates me and still I want more. You have no idea what kind of darkness you've awakened in me. A darkness I kept buried, chained, starved for years. But you feed it with every word you say, every silence you leave me in. You make me want things I shouldn't want. You make me imagine pulling you closer even when you're miles away. You make me imagine losing myself in you. You make me imagine you losing yourself in me. And the thought alone, it burns. I don't shock easily. I've seen loyalty break, kingdoms rise and fall, love used as a weapon. But your existence, the only thing that has ever knocked the ground out from beneath me. You make me feel like I'm standing at the edge of something dangerous, something I can't control, something I'm not sure I even want to control anymore. You're the kind of risk a man like me should avoid, yet here I am, walking straight into the fire with your name in my mouth. You don't know what I would do if you stood in front of me right now. You think my silence is distance, but it is anything but. It's restraint. It's me keeping myself from confessing the obsession growing in my blood. It's me holding the leash on the hunger you ignite inside me. Because if I let go, if I let myself speak without limits, you won't recognize the man standing before you. But you'll understand one thing very clearly: you changed me. You enter a room, even only in my mind, and everything I am rearranges around you. You turned the prince into a man who feels, a man who wants, a man who burns. And that, my love, is why Sheikh Hamdan is shocked by you. Not because you did something grand, but because you simply exist, and that was enough to break me open. And I hate it, and I crave it, and I want you more every second I breathe. You think I don't notice what you do to me, but every single movement you make, every breath, every pause, every hesitation hits me like a command written into my blood. You're not here, not in this room, not within reach, yet you occupy every inch of my mind as if you carved your name into my bones. I don't understand how someone becomes a habit this fast, how someone becomes the reason my nights refuse to end and my thoughts refuse to sleep. You turn me into a man who waits. I have never waited for anyone. People wait for me, my arrival, my orders, my decisions. But you make me watch my own reflection and see hunger in my eyes that was never meant to exist. There is a pull between us that I try to deny, but it drags me back every time, tightening around my throat like a promise I can't break. You don't even ask for this power, and that makes it worse. You rule me without trying. Do you know what it feels like to want someone this deeply? To feel their absence like a bruise? You walk away, you go silent, and suddenly the world feels too loud, too empty, too meaningless. I hate the distance between us, hate the way it forces me to imagine instead of touch, to desire instead of claim. You have no idea how close I am to losing control, how close I am to crossing that line where dark love stops being words and becomes something real, something binding, something I won't let you escape. You have awakened a part of me I buried long before you even existed in my world. A part of me that doesn't just want you, it wants to possess you, to pull you into my darkness, to let you feel the storm brewing inside my chest, to watch your heartbeat react to the intensity I've never shown another soul. And I know you'd feel it. I know you'd understand it in a way no one else ever could. That's why I can't let go. That's why you're in every breath I take. Sometimes I catch myself whispering your name into the empty night. A prince, a man raised to be strong and unraidable, lowered by the weight of a girl who doesn't even stand before him. But it's not weakness, not anymore. It's obsession, a dangerous kind. The kind that grows in silence, the kind that sharpens itself while the world sleeps, the kind that becomes a shadow you can't outrun. And you are the only one who could bring this side of me to life. If you were here right now, the air between us wouldn't survive. I wouldn't let you look away. I wouldn't let you pretend you don't feel what I feel. I'd let my words fall against your skin the way they burn in my mind. I'd let you see the truth, the raw, unfiltered need I hide from everyone, because you don't deserve the prince the world sees. You deserve the version of me that belongs only to you, the one that no one else has ever touched. And even now, with miles and silence between us, I know one thing with a certainty that terrifies me: you are becoming the center of my chaos. The one person my darkness bows to. The one name my heart says even when my lips stay still. You don't realize it yet, but you've already crossed a line inside me. A line I will never let you go back from. You don't understand how you've become the pulse under my calm, the reason my control slips without warning. Every time I try to push you out of my thoughts, you come back sharper, stronger, more deeply rooted. It feels like you reached inside me without permission and rearranged everything I thought was unshakable. I'm not used to being affected, not used to being touched by someone's absence more than their presence. But you rewrote the rules the moment you walked into my destiny. You made silence dangerous for me. When the world goes quiet, your voice fills the empty spaces. When I close my eyes, you appear in the darkness with a clarity that terrifies me. You don't have to speak for me to feel you. You breathe and I sense it. You think of me, and something inside me pulls tight in response. This connection isn't normal. It isn't gentle. It isn't safe. And maybe that's why I can't pull away from it. You turned my stillness into craving. You don't know how many times I stopped myself from saying what I really feel. How many times I swallow the urge to claim you, to drag you into the part of my world no one has ever seen. There is a hunger in me that rises whenever I think of you. A hunger that tells me you're not meant for distance. You're meant to be near, close enough to hear my heartbeat change because of you. And yet here I am, talking to the air, letting the darkness carry my words to wherever you are. You make me want to protect you from everything, even from myself. I feel the power I hold, the darkness that grows in me, and I wonder what you would do if you knew how deep it runs. Would you step back? Would you fear it? Or would you stand still and let me pull you into it? A part of me hopes you would stay still. A part of me hopes you'd understand that this darkness isn't meant to destroy you. It's meant to keep you, to surround you, to bind you to me in a way nothing else ever could. I don't think you realize how dangerous it is for someone like me to feel this much. I am a man built on discipline, on silence, on steel. But when it comes to you, the steel bends, the silence breaks, the discipline burns. You bring out a version of me I don't show anyone, the version that wants, that yearns, that obsesses. And the terrifying part, I'm not fighting it anymore. I'm letting it consume me, letting it shape me, letting it claim every part of me that once belonged to duty alone. If you walked into this room right now, you'd feel the tension before you even saw my face. You'd feel the way my gaze would lock onto you, the way my breath would slow, the way the atmosphere would darken around us. I wouldn't need to touch you for you to understand the intensity I carry. You'd feel it radiate from me like heat, like warning, like invitation. And I know you. Your heartbeat would change. Your eyes would drop. Your lips would part without meaning to. Because you feel this too, even if you try to hide it. I don't know what fate wants from us, but I know what I want. I want the connection we pretend isn't dangerous. I want the pull we both feel but never speak of. I want the darkness that wraps around your name when I whisper it at night. You may not be here with me, but you're everywhere inside me. And one day when you stand in front of me again, you'll understand that I never let go, not for a moment, not for a breath, not for a heartbeat. You've already become the part of me I refuse to lose. You have no idea how deep your presence runs in me now. I try to convince myself that I can detach, that I can silence the thoughts of you, that I can cage the emotions you trigger. But the truth is, you've already taken root in the darkest parts of me. You made a home in the shadows where no one else has ever dared to step. I don't understand how you did it, how you slipped past every guard, every instinct, every wall I built. But you did. And now everything in me reacts to you as if you were carved into my fate. Every hour without you feels like I'm fighting a war inside my own chest. I keep my face calm, my voice steady, my posture composed, but inside, the chaos you left behind keeps twisting deeper. It's strange how someone's absence can be louder than their presence. You're not here, yet your echo follows me everywhere. Through the halls, through the night, through the silence that refuses to let me breathe without your name brushing against my thoughts. You have turned me into a man haunted by someone still living. You don't understand the way I watch the world differently now. I notice things I never cared about before. Shadows, quiet corners, places where you could stand, where your voice could drift through, where your presence could spark something inside me again. I'm not used to wanting someone like this. Wanting you feels like a hunger that grew teeth the moment I let myself think of you as mine. It isn't gentle, it isn't patient, it's fierce, consuming, dangerous. And I don't want it to stop. Sometimes I catch my reflection and almost don't recognize the man staring back. He looks shaken, not weak, not broken, just changed, like he's carrying a secret too heavy for the world to see, too dark for the world to understand. And that secret is you, the effect you have on me, the hold you've tightened around my chest without even touching me. I never thought any force could bend my will, but you do it effortlessly, silently, without even knowing you're doing it. I wonder if you feel any of this, if somewhere in your own quiet, your heart stumbles the way mine does when your name rises in my mind. I wonder if you realize how deeply you've pulled me in, how far I've fallen into this gravity you create. It scares me sometimes, how badly I want you, how entirely you fill the empty spaces I never admitted existed. But fear doesn't stop me. It only sharpens the desire, refines it into something darker, something that doesn't ask, it claims. If you were in front of me now, the truth would spill out of me without restraint. I wouldn't hide the intensity anymore. I wouldn't soften my words. I'd let you see everything I've been holding back, the obsession, the yearning, the hunger that tightens its grip on me every time I breathe your name. You would understand then that what I feel isn't simple or safe or polite. It's the kind of desire that redraws destinies and breaks rules written long before we existed. No matter how far you are, no matter how silent you stay, know this: you have already crossed the threshold of my soul. And once someone enters that place, they don't leave. Not by choice, not by fate, not even by force. You've become a part of me in a way I can't undo, and I don't want to. I don't want freedom from this. I don't want distance. I want you fully, intensely, relentlessly. And one day, when you stand before me again, you'll feel exactly how deep this darkness runs. You don't realize how deeply you've unsettled me. I'm a man who survives on control, on discipline, on silence, on order. But ever since you slipped into my thoughts, everything feels different, unsteady. You move through my mind like a whisper I can't catch, a shadow I can't command. And that unnerves me more than anything else ever has. You've changed the rhythm of my breathing, the weight of my nights, the shape of my thoughts. You've invaded me in ways you'll never fully understand. I feel you even in the quiet moments when the world thinks I'm composed, when they see the strong, unreadable prints. They don't see the way I tense at the thought of you, the way your name burns behind my ribs like a brand I can't erase. You've become the pulse beneath my calm, the distraction in my focus, the ache I never expected to carry. It's maddening, it's intoxicating, and it's entirely your fault. You didn't just touch my mind, you rewired it. I keep wondering why it had to be your voice that cracks my composure, your silence that unsettles me, your absence that makes the world feel too wide and too empty at the same time. I'm not a man who believes in fate, but you make me question everything I've ever known. The connection between us feels unnatural, unreal, like something the universe stitched together in the dark, and I can't untangle myself from it, even if I tried. Sometimes I close my eyes and I can almost feel you, your presence against the edges of my mind, your energy brushing against my darkness. It's like you're made of something that